What's up everyone, Matthew Monas here, and I've got 4 of the hottest smartphones on the market: the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus, the LG G6, the iPhone 7 Plus, and the Google Pixel XL. These 4 phones are probably the best smartphones you can buy right now, but they all don't come equal. I'm going to help break them down for you and figure out which one is the best one for you, so here's my review. Let's start with the design. I'm not going to dwell on this too much, but from a visual standpoint, the Galaxy S8 Plus is the most attractive. It's mostly screen that curves into a beautiful glass body, and even though the display itself is 6.2 inches, it still manages to be more narrow than the Pixel XL and iPhone 7 Plus. In second place is the LG G6. It too has a very narrow body due to the new aspect ratio that Samsung and LG are using. It's not as pretty as the Galaxy S8 Plus, but it's much better looking than the iPhone 7 Plus. The Google Pixel XL comes in last place in terms of looks. It feels dated next to the S8 Plus, and to be quite honest, the design was old the moment it hit the market. But there's more than just beauty that contributes to a great design. The Galaxy S8 Plus may get all the looks, but the G6 gets it right from a practical standpoint. Out of all 4 phones, the G6 feels the best in the hands, the most comfortable to hold, and even with its big 5.7-inch screen, I can still reach my thumb to the top to drag down the notification menu. The iPhone 7 Plus and Google Pixel XL sit somewhere in the middle, but I feel the Galaxy S8 Plus is the least comfortable to use. For one, the fingerprint scanner is a design failure. I can't count the times I've smudged my camera or have to adjust the phone awkwardly to reach it. 2, reaching the top of the phone is quite tough, even with my long fingers. And 3, I still don't like edged screens. Even though Samsung has done a much better job making them more comfortable to use, it's still so much easier and less frustrating to type on a flat surface. Finally, all phones have water resistance except for the Google Pixel XL. So for this round, I'm giving it a tie between the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus for the most attractive design, but the LG G6 wins the most practical one while managing to still look great. The iPhone 7 Plus comes in third and the Google Pixel XL in last. The display category comes down to 2 phones, the Galaxy S8 and the LG G6. It's basically your choice between Super AMOLED QHD Plus with HDR or IPS QHD Plus with HDR. If you prefer oversaturated high contrast colors with crazy good brightness, then you'll like the Galaxy S8 better. But if you want a more color accurate screen, crispier whites, then the LG G6 is a better choice. Either way, I'm down with the new aspect ratio. A taller instead of wider screen makes the phone skinnier and easier to hold. You can also view more content vertically compared to the more common 16:9 aspect ratio that we're all used to. But there is a trade-off. Those black bars when viewing most movies, but Netflix and YouTube does have some content that supports it. As for the iPhone 7 Plus and the Google Pixel XL, they too have great displays, but they lack HDR. They're not bad by any means, they just don't make the top 2 in this round. Plus, both have a 5.5-inch display, but have a much bigger form factor than the Galaxy S8 Plus and LG G6, which have bigger screens. So for this round, I'm going to give the best display to the Galaxy S8 Plus, followed by the LG G6. The iPhone 7 Plus and Google Pixel XL I'd say is a tie, depending on whether you prefer an AMOLED or IPS display. The sound on the iPhone 7 Plus is the best out of the bunch. It's the phone out of the 4 that has stereo speakers, with one located on the bottom and the other using the earpiece. It has the best balance, it got the loudest, and listening to music was more enjoyable. As for the rest, they all use a mono speaker on the bottom. Now, I'd rank the Pixel XL as second best, followed by the LG G6, and in last place, the Galaxy S8 Plus. Regardless, they are not that impressive, and I feel they should have all adopted the same approach as Apple by utilizing the earpiece as a second speaker. So for this round, the iPhone 7 Plus is the winner. In terms of performance, the Pixel XL and LG G6 both use the Snapdragon 821 with 4GB of RAM. The iPhone 7 Plus uses Apple's A10 Fusion chip, and the Galaxy S8 Plus uses the latest Snapdragon 835. On paper, the Galaxy S8 Plus should be the fastest phone on the market. It is for Android, but the iPhone 7 Plus still offers a smoother and more fluid experience even after 6 months of using this phone. Apple still has some of the best chips, and when you combine that with their ability to optimize their hardware with their software, you get one of the best performing smartphones on the market. The Galaxy S8 came in a close second, followed by the Google Pixel XL and LG G6. So this brings me into the next part, which is software. I think this one is pretty easy. If you prefer Android, I feel the Pixel XL has the best experience with stock Android and its clean native UI. If you prefer Apple, well, there's only one iPhone that runs iOS. As for the Galaxy S8 Plus, Samsung's TouchWiz, or now known as the Samsung experience, is leaps and bounds better than previous versions, but it still has duplicative apps, heavy theming, and a few gimmicks. The LG UI is not much better either. It has a very cartoony UI and not as pleasant to look at compared to the other three smartphones. Sure, you can install a launcher and that helps, but nothing beats a clean experience. So for this round, I'm giving it a tie between the Pixel XL and iPhone 7 Plus. Now, we are at the point where the majority of flagship smartphones have really amazing cameras, and the differences between all of them are small in comparison. Some might like the way the LG G6 shoots over the S8 Plus, and others prefer the Pixel. Me personally, I think the S8 Plus takes the best photos while the Pixel XL takes the best selfies. But I do prefer the dual camera setup of the iPhone 7 Plus and LG G6. I take a slight drop in photo quality for a wider shot or the ability to zoom in using a second lens. This is a very subjective round, so I'm going to show you a bunch of photos between all of these phones, and I want to hear in the comments below which one is your favorite and why. Battery life. Battery life is where the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus comes out ahead again. It has a 3500 mAh battery, and I was ending some days with 50 to 60% battery life left with around 4.5 hours of screen on time. That's insane for me, and I don't really get those kind of results with most flagship smartphones. Second was the iPhone 7 Plus. Even though the battery life has degraded slightly over the last 6 months, it still manages to take me through the entire day, ending it with around 30 to 40% battery life. The LG G6 and Pixel XL have good battery life too, but they fall short compared to the first two. I can get through the entire day as well, but I end up with about 20 to 30% battery life and around 3 to 3.5 hours of screen on time. I keep everything at default settings with all the phones I test. To go with that battery life, Samsung has the best storage option. 64 gigabytes is the default, and you have a micro SD card slot for expansion. In second place for storage is the LG G6. Even though it only comes with 32 gigabytes, you do get the option to expand it using a micro SD card. The 7 Plus comes in third place since it has more storage choices, and in last is the Pixel XL. Alright, so here's my closing thoughts. All of these phones are absolutely amazing, and no matter which one you choose, I promise you'll have a great experience. But here's my advice if you're considering one of these devices. If looks mean the most to you, buy the Galaxy S8 Plus. You'll sacrifice a little practicality for a gorgeous display, beautiful design, amazing camera, and solid performance. But if you prefer a practical design with also great looks, then get the LG G6. It too has a good camera, good performance, and a great display. However, if you value the best software experience over everything else, get the iPhone 7 Plus or Google Pixel XL. All of these phones are fast, fluid, and the trade-offs between them come down to your own personal preferences. Now, as for me, my daily drivers currently are the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus and the LG G6. So that wraps up my mega comparison between all of these phones. I want to hear what you guys have to say in the comments below. Which one is your favorite and why? And if you're using one of these phones already, let me know what you like or dislike about it. Also, I'll be putting out a huge camera review comparing all of these phones together, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed it. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. And as always, I will see you in the next video.